If there's any one thing about a house that you need to constantly maintain, it's your trees and all your green foliage. We've got an expert in the building that's going to tell us all about it. Stay tuned, everybody. It's the Your Little Castle Show. Welcome, everyone, to the Your Little Castle Show. Yours truly, Carter Rethwish, a.k.a. the Cardinal Cowboy. Got my hat on here. Most people are familiar with the character. We take a survey. It's about 80% of people from St. Louis. I had one gal, she said she got to her 10th person before she finally found somebody. Hadn't heard of the Cardinal Cowboy. Elisa, where she's running around St. Louis doing fun stuff, too. But one of our first supporters of the show. But boy, if you're going to maintain your property in the St. Louis area, there's a lot of work that's going to have to go into it from a tree perspective, right? These giant things that grow all over. I've got one. I'll show you sometime if I get a picture of my house. On the outside, apparently a seedling blew up against the house, planted itself right next to the house. Now it's growing up right next to the house.
Nice.
These are no fun. And then you just get some trees that, gumball trees are particularly hard to maintain.
Yeah.
We got properties with that kind of stuff going on. But with that, we'll give a shout out to Carroll House Furniture, because you like nice things in your little castle. That, you know, there's a good chance that your little castle has had its trees maintained by our guests you see here today, STL Tree Service. And I'm going to put the website up there. Look, and you guys have been in this business since 1996, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And so we brought in the young man running the show. There he is, Chris Wheel. He's a sales manager, project manager. And you've been working with my friend Sean. We had called you, and then you mentioned to Sean, and Sean said, "I know the Cowboy." And
yeah,
we're all buddies from up on the river.
Small world.
Yeah, so that's what I say. St. Louis, better not be rude to anybody, because you're not 6 degrees away. You're like 2 degrees away.
I know, right?
And somebody knows who you are. Well, tell me a little bit background as a teacher. And then said, "Hey, man, I think I can have some." And I know a lot of teachers, they do summers free. They got time to do stuff. How'd you get into this, and what led you here? And now you're running the show.
I know, right? So Sean and I met back in '98. I was a teacher. As time went on, I did work for him on and off during the summer just to keep busy. Came upon a time where I was able to make a decision to retire early after teaching 25 years, and Sean just pulled me in. And
right.
In 2020, I came aboard full-time. Would say that was probably one of the better decisions I've ever made. He's given me an opportunity to do something that I never would have thought I would just grasp and hang on to and clinch, and now I just really have a passion for it, and just happy to be along for the ride.
Well, you guys are probably one of the premier tree service companies in the St. Louis region, right?
We try to title ourselves as that elite tree service that's in the St. Louis County area, servicing both sides of the river. We definitely pride ourselves on being that upper tier tree service in the area. Lots of competition out there, so we are constantly doing what it is that we can to kind of raise the bar and set ourselves apart from others.
Well, what do you think it is that has led to your guys' success? I mean, Sean started this, and you were there just 2 years later, but you guys built this together and turned it into the big company it is now.
Yeah, so where we started, where we have gotten, I mean, of course, small businesses, you start off small and working long hours and 7-hour days, or 7-day weeks. Started off with a pickup truck, chipper, and a trailer, and
right.
and a bunch of guys on the ground, and I would say over the last 8 years, it seems, maybe 7, we have just really blossomed and just created a monster. Moving up to 10 men on the crew, running 3 separate crews, running nothing but the best equipment that the market has to offer. So over a 30-year period, yeah, I would say that we have definitely evolved into something that is kind of hard to maintain at times and comes with a little stress here and there, but overall Absolutely love the industry. Love what it is that we have built. We have just a great team of people, upper management, all the way down to the boots on the ground. It's been a really enlightening experience, and one that I hope lasts for quite some time.
Yeah, well, the reputation you've got and the work that we're going to show off a lot of the information you've got out there, your website. But Sean really, he gave me a call. He said, "Man, I understand you're interviewing my guy. I'm kind of hands off now. He's got to run it. You're the guy running it."
Yeah.
But he said, "We've kind of innovated some stuff that was new and brought some kind of cutting edge stuff, and you guys are really kind of setting the standard here." In
Yeah. So the industry has changed and evolved so tremendously over the years. One of the biggest things is a lot of companies, as ourselves, we're moving away from climbing trees. I always tell clients what I want is for our guys to go home safely to their families. So we use aerial lifts, which is new to the industry. Over the last few years, we now have 3 of them to ensure that our guys are in trees safely. We have gone away with chipping material. We now use grapple trucks, which is not widely seen in the St. Louis area, to be honest with you.
Okay.
There are companies that do run them. They're a little pricey, but we made the decision to go this route basically for safety. You're not throwing debris into a machine that's running, at 8,000 RPMs and
Right.
chipping whatever you put in front of it. So the safety aspect of the industry is one thing that we really have to maintain and try to control that variable as much as possible. So the grapple trucks have allowed safety for our guys. They're quieter in neighborhoods. We can haul about 50 yards per truck. Innovation, technology, top of the line equipment. If it's out there and if it makes our guys' lives easier and safer to work in the environment, then Sean, we just don't have a problem with investing in whatever is needed so that we can make that possible.
Yeah, for such a long time it was. You would climb trees and get up there and
Yeah.
put up and wedge in.
Yeah.
But now you're saying, since you are the cherry picker things? Is that what
Yeah,
those
they're
things
just
got the big arm and they come across?
they're just portable aerial lifts. They are on rubber tracks. They can get through about 36 to 38-inch gates. They got 4 legs that come down to support them, and we have 3 that go up, or 2 that go up 75 feet. We have 1 that goes up 100, so that's 10 stories.
Yeah.
We know of 1 other company in the region that is running that machine. Basically, made the purchase and the decision to go with that machine because we were dealing with larger trees, and the aerial lifts that were being used just didn't get us to the tops like we needed. So for another safety reason, we invested in a machine that could make the large tree removal process a lot more efficient and safer.
Yeah, well, you talk about it. If you're going to be successful, you got to give yourself the resources that we talk about.
Absolutely.
We had to buy the cameras and all the stuff to make a TV show, and likewise, if you're going to, you need the equipment, you need somebody who knows how to run it and set it up and make good use of it. And so it sounds like you guys are really on the ball. I'm looking at some of the pictures. I'm going to put this up on all. We'll get to this again later, but TV wall behind me there. There's a good frame shot of a picture that I think you have a few different places. But yeah, you've got going up 100 feet in the air, man. That's pretty incredible. Here's the Facebook page. Lots of followers there, but
Absolutely.
here, but yeah, these giant cherry pickers. What would you call these? These are large.
On the aerial lifts?
Yeah, aerial lifts. Okay.
Yeah, they're just portable bucket trucks is what most people would refer to them as, except these are yard-friendly machines that are able to navigate in residential areas with leaving a minimal footprint.
Well, there you have it. I'm putting it up on the wall there, but wow, those things, that's huge. Oh my gosh. And that can make life a lot easier. So
Absolutely.
Investing in the right materials. You got guys out there, and they're got the big trucks standing between the trucks and the whole crew there. Tell me a little about your team, though.
Yeah.
You're managing a group of guys. You said
Man, we got 10 guys. Our, one thing that I'm really proud of, we have almost zero, I'll say we have 100% retention. We've got an unbelievable group of guys. Whenever I meet a new client, I'd let them know that, we run 3 separate crews, and that everybody on each crew is top tier, unbelievable, great communication skills these guys do. We often get compliments about how just how nice and thorough the guys are with the final walkthroughs after a project is done. An amazing team. Our successes are not possible without those on the ground, wearing the boots, doing the hard work, doing the labor, doing the 90 plus degree weathers and temperatures. As in most companies, small businesses, it's those that are on the ground that are making it possible, and it's just an amazing team. It's been an amazing ride with them for sure.
If you hear people mention all the time, teamwork makes the dream work. We talk about a sports background and how sports gave me the skills to come through a coma, but there was a team of people that helped me get through that.
Absolutely.
Anything in life, you've got to have a great team, and if you've got anybody as part of that team that's not carrying their weight, it impacts the whole organization.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's neat to see that you say that's so important, because so often, boy, you better be on the ball, and if you've got a retention rate that's everybody's sticking around, then it's obviously guys are enjoying this.
Yeah, good culture, good positive.
And good management, right? Yeah.
I try.
Well, maybe
I must be doing something right.
that teacher background.
Yeah.
Help console, and I come from a similar background. Fortunately, it hasn't worked as well for me. I'm working on it, though, I promise you. But we're getting there, and it's good to have educators that do such good work in our community. What about this fuels your passion? Obviously, changing careers, that's a pretty big shift from inside work with no heavy lifting to outside work with a lot of machines doing the work for you.
So it's a different level of stress dealing from a classroom situation to where I'm at now. My passion would probably be I'm a talker. I love talking, socializing, and meeting new people. I love helping others, giving advice to others, being able to help somebody through a time that is difficult, whether it be storm damage or a scenario of limbs on a house, trees on a house. It can stress them out, and to know that within a very reasonable amount of time we can activate a team and get somebody on site to help eliminate some of those stresses, which obviously in a rebuilding process starts with getting trees and limbs off of houses. So just being able to help others communicate, socialize, meet new people. I'm not one of those guys that I'm there for 60 seconds to 3 minutes and gone. I usually like to leave some type of footprint behind and have a casual conversation, get to know who it is that we're going to be working with, and sell myself, but sell the company as well. So the passion is definitely meeting new people, helping new people.
Yeah, and it shows in your reviews. I'm going to put up on the wall here, but you guys have had a lot of people give some great feedback. But a 4.9, 114 reviews. This just goes on and on and on with all of the good things that people have to say about you. But I'll stop right here. 3 staff trimmed our multiple mature trees and removed leaving and branches for us. They were all very professional, courteous, responsive in our requests. We can confidently recommend STL for their familiar work. Good one there. Great job on a huge tree surrounded by 2 houses and a shed, 70-foot tall pin oak, 4.5 feet across at the base, and watch the whole thing. These guys and a couple cool machines had the whole thing on the ground in a couple of in the curve of 7.5 hours. More folks showed up to grind the stump and help the cleanup. Got some people that are very happy with the work you've been doing here.
Yeah, we've our Google reviews have definitely increased. I would say over the last 2 to 3 years, we are pushing that, as in any small business. positive Google reviews is kind of what makes our world turn, and we have been very fortunate to work with some amazing people and been able to get some really good positive feedback from them along the way.
Well, with that, we like to share a little bit of our fun. We partake in the community, but stick around here. We're going to share some of our community involvement. We met with Yogi Berra's granddaughter. She's a sports person too, and this is at the Browns annual luncheon that Ed Wheatley has been so kind as to invite me to. And we always share a little video about why we do this in the community. My buddy Paul Brown, famous reporter here from St. Louis and KMOX, ABC, he said, you got to share that video every time. So stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back here in just a minute. We're here with Lindsay Berra, Yogi Berra's granddaughter. Lindsay, great event here with the St. Louis Browns Historical Society. Tell me, what kind of an impact do you think your grandfather had on baseball?
Oh my goodness, on baseball. I mean, he was in baseball from 1946 to 1992. I'm not going to do the math, but that is a very long time. I mean, I think there's records that he had as a player that will never be broken, like World Series records, World Series hits. I think he was one of the greatest catchers to ever play the game. I'll argue till I'm blue in the face that he's better than Johnny Bench because he won more, and that's what's important. Johnny Bench is great too, but I think my grandfather was the best catcher in the history of baseball. I think he was a great manager. He's got all these yogiisms that people remember that you can apply to any situation. So I think he definitely impacted the game in a lot of ways.
What do you like most about his legacy and what he has left behind for us to remember, and the yogiisms and his skills and so many championships for the Yankees?
I think the most important part of his legacy is, well, first of all, he's part of the greatest generation. He's a World War II veteran. He was a first-generation Italian immigrant who worked his butt off to make his way in this world. Beautiful 65-year love story with my Grammy Carmen. But he came back from World War II and became literally the best at what he did, and never for a second thought he was better than anybody else. He treated everybody he met, whether you were the President of the United States or a waiter in a restaurant or his kid, with the same kind of respect and humility and decency. And I think that's the legacy. Like, I think he inspires a lot of people to be better people, and you can't beat that.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. And remember, it ain't over till it's over, everybody.
It's not.
Giddy up.
His name is Carter Rethwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rethwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. By now, we are on ABC 5 times a week. So many businesses are loving what we're doing to help them get their name out there. We'll sit right here in our guest chair right here, sitting here talking to us. We're going to put on the wall your website and everything about you, and highlight you as a leader. Fill out the form you see here on our website. It's bigleagues.com, and if you go to bigleagues.com, fill out this form. It takes just a couple seconds, and you can even schedule yourself right here. Schedule yourself to be on the show, and there's no charge for us to record you. There's no charge to be in the studio. Check it out if you would like to be on. Fill out the form again, bigleagues.com. This is where we can turn any interview into a series of clips. Professional video on your website closes more sales by instantly building trust, clearly explaining complex products, and keeping visitors engaged longer. Reducing bounce rate by 34%. It'll help you to gain that credibility, increase engagement, simplify complex tasks, lower your sales friction, and boost your rankings on the search engine. So this is all kind of a no-brainer. See how we've now had over 500 interviews and now almost 250 different business owners. Go to bigleagues.com. That's bigleagues.com. Go to bigleagues.com and get signed up. You can schedule right from there. So there you have it, everybody, and it is just a pleasure working with the leaders in our community. It was, like I said, it's exciting to get that text from Sean. He called me. I was looking down at my phone, and he had sent me a text, and just buddies, we all know each other. Everybody, St. Louis is a great community. We take care of each other, and lots of fun we do in the community. With that, I'm a computer nerd, right? Stats guy, too, from my baseball background, but I like to do a little cost analysis. But you can go to a big box store and get yourself a little chainsaw. Imagine let's go buy a chainsaw and try to take down a tree ourselves. We'll climb up there in the tree with the chainsaw. What are people putting at risk when they're trying to take this on and do it themselves versus hiring a professional?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you hear all the time how, we us homeowners are DIYers as well, and we can tackle and do almost anything. I guess the scariest thing that comes across my mind is when you have seen a tree half hacked at with a ladder up against it. At the end of the day, this industry is at the very top is the most dangerous. I highly recommend to clients for the safety of themselves and for their families. If anything, sometimes you just need to leave things to the professionals. Let us come in with the experience and with the right equipment to be able to do the trees, and then to piggyback on that, there's the right way and the wrong way of trimming a tree.
Yeah.
What you don't want to do is hack at a tree and think you're doing right by trimming back a limb or raising its canopy, and little do you know that you might be actually stressing out or trimming the tree at the wrong time, and hurting the tree more so than helping it. So on large projects, even as small as trimming trees, it's always a good idea to call in somebody who does it on a regular basis, that does it with the correct knowledge, with the right equipment, so that it can be done safely. And of course, we are wanting to preserve the tree's health and their lives, and the way that we trim and go about the tree work. We feel that we are doing what's best for the tree, and sometimes as a homeowner, we don't know until we know. And trimming a tree might make the tree look good, or the tree might look healthy at the time, and it won't be till down the road where you took a beautiful dogwood or redbud or some small decorative tree, and you've actually done more harm than good.
Yeah, I would say not everybody's trying to take down every tree. Most of it's maintenance to get them from leaning in front of windows and doors and pathways. But so you're just trimming the tree, and now you've caused problems because you don't properly prune. Whether if you cut them off and the sap comes out, there's all kinds of things. I'm not an expert. You can watch a YouTube video, but you're still not going to have to be able to equate 15 years of experience in what you guys can bring to the table.
Absolutely.
Good information. So tell me, what is it that you feel really separates you guys, that sets you guys apart? You mentioned a number of things. I could give a quick summary here, but I want to hear from the man.
I would say our big four is knowledge, communication, insurance, and equipment. Our Tiffany, who is our first line of defense, or the first person in most cases that a new client would talk to, is amazing. We don't let the phone ring too long. We try to pick it up, whether it be her or myself. Insurance. We are obviously insured and bonded and have a $3 million umbrella over the whole company.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I usually tell clients what you're looking for in any tree service is just make sure that they're licensed with liability and compensation. Knowledge. Our guys, combined, if I had to combine all 10 guys, is well over 100 years of experience that we bring to the table. Obviously, the equipment. If you want to see all that in action, just go to my Facebook or our Facebook page or our website, and you'll see that what we bring to the table is not like a lot of tree services. Yeah, those four are probably the big ones that come to mind.
Yeah, I'm putting up some of the imagery you've got there. That's a good point, man. People look at there's big old machines and trees being held up in the air and supported while they're getting moved away. And yeah, you could really cause some damage.
Absolutely. If you don't know what you're doing.
Don't know what you're doing, you could write that one. If you don't know what you're doing, you can really cause some damage, especially when you're talking about handling trees. You talked a little bit about it. You've got a certified arborist on the team.
Yeah.
You guys have got experts that have been trained and OSHA certified and all the insurance. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So all of our guys that are up in the lifts are all trained on their specific lift, OSHA approved. We do have an arborist on site, or a certified arborist on site. That's who you want, trimming your tree. Somebody who is trained in the field, and we have those. In this field, a lot of times you learn by doing, and you become an expert in certain areas, not by pen and paper or a book that you have read, but by actually doing it. And our guys, they do it. They learn from their mistakes as you do in life. So, whether it be coming up with a plan to safely remove a tree or to simply raise a canopy on a tree, all of our guys are very skilled and elite when it comes to being able to perform not only the smallest of jobs, but the large ones as well.
Well, yeah, years of expertise. As we finish up here, being a small business like you are, given that you got a crew of about 10 or 12 people altogether, really be able to help take care of people too. So.
Absolutely.
Stay tuned, everybody. This is the Your Little Castle Show. Boy, when we're talking about something that most people are going to run into, they're going to have some work done to maintain those trees. We had a tree recently fall down on Mom's skylight. Another problem, and then the skylight got damaged. But you got to have an expert put the stuff together. Stay tuned, everybody. You're watching the Your Little Castle Show.